Hello, hello, hello. This is your boy Irony Boxing coming through with this my 47th live. Can you believe that? Um, First of all, God bless every single one of you. I hope you're all having a great day. I hope you're all having a great week. Absolutely. Okay. We are going to talk about this thing called boxing. We got several great things to discuss. Obviously, we all know about the card coming up, the Ring 4 card. We discussed that last night in depth. I am, of course, open to discuss it again today. Not a problem. God bless LB. How you doing, brother? Larry Burton Show 420 in the house as always. I got a question for you, LB. Interesting question. First, let us do the Lord's Prayer. Okay. In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen. In the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Thank you, God, for everything. So yeah, God bless LB, my guy right there. I got a question for you, bro. You got one fight for your life. Who's your trainer? That's my question for today. Got one fight for your life, or for whatever you wanna say, right? Who's your trainer? You can give me like five guys. Some guys. It's very hard to give only one, right? I'll go first if you want to. I'll have Floyd Mayweather Sr. train me. If not, I will do Nacho Beristain. Oscar, let me ask you the same thing. God bless you, my brother. That's one of my favorite fighters ever as well. Triple G, for sure. Um, you got one fight for your life, Oscar. Who's your trainer? Like I told Elmi, you can tell me several dudes because it's hard to give just one, right? But yeah, I would say that. That's my question for today. I'm gonna try to come up with this type of questions. Um, but yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. I love it. Nacho Beristain or maybe Bomac. Okay, I love it. I love it. I have Eddie Fudge. I have Floyd Mayweather Sr. I have Nacho Beristain. Maybe Abel Sanchez. I like me some Abel Sanchez, even though he said some nonsense the other day. What did he say the other day? This was about what Ryan's dumbass was saying about Triple G, and he came back, but he went off the rails. He was talking about. Give me a sec. Sanchez. He said something about Marvin Hagler, so I'm about to put him on blast, man. Oh shit! I just found the video. Oh shit! I do. Oh, LB with some answers here. Let's see. Roger Mayweather, Bosie Ennis, Freddie Roach, Brian Norman Sr., Lou Duva. Oh, I forgot about Lou Duva, man. I love me some Lou Duva. Yes, sir. Lou Duva. Great picks, man. Great picks. Roger Mayweather, Bosie Ennis, Freddie Roach, Brian Norman Sr., Lou Duva. I love it. I love it. Bomac as well. Gotta put him in there for sure. Oscar says, never liked Abel Sanchez as a person. He's very wired, but as a coach, he got pedigree. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. He ain't at the top of my list. At the top of my list is Floyd Sr., Nacho Beristain, and Eddie. Excuse me, Eddie Fudge. Now, for sure, Bomac. I do like Andy Lee, but I'm not gonna lie. After the Joe Parker thing, I need to see a little bit more from my boy Andy Lee. I would definitely have Bosie Ennis train me for sure. I forgot about him as well. Appreciate that, LB. Um, but yeah, I mean, let me show you guys this because Abel Sanchez was talking some blasphemy. Oh shit, I forgot again. Excuse me. Let me put the disclaimer here. Just a second. There it is. I'm not monetized. This is educational purposes only. Okay. All rights go to whatever the channel name is. I think it's Fight Hub. We'll see. Oh, Abel Sanchez. You know, just when I started to like you, you drop some nonsense like that. Let's see. All rights belong to Fight Hub. Okay. Take a listen.
Ryan Garcia will never be on a level where Gennady got to.
Okay. So far, we're good. That's the truer words have never been spoken. Okay, keep going.
Second of all, Marvin Hagler never moved up in weight. Who did Marvin fight?
Stop right there. Stop right there. Well, actually, let me let it play out, but I ain't gonna let you off the hook, buddy. Who did Marvin? You know what? Let me keep going.
All the guys that Gennady fought were not only top contenders or ex-world champions and he had 20 defenses. He tied Bernard's record. So, I think you have to consider the source. I think the
20 defenses, bro. Let that sink in. 20 defenses. That's like how many years? If you fight 3 times a year, that's how many years? 6 years and some change? Good God Almighty.
There's a lot of haters out there in every sport, and I seriously believe Gennady deserves to be the first ballot Hall of Famer.
I agree, but there is room for debate there. But I agree.
Would you say that Wally Romero is a Hall of Famer? No.
Hell no.
He knocked Ryan out. Would you say that Tank Davis is a Hall of Famer yet? No. Yet he knocked Ryan out. So what?
Tank, we'll see what happens. But right now, no.
What base does he have? Knowledgeable base does he have to be able to say what he's saying?
Okay. So now let's get to the big kahuna here.
Never moved up in weight.
Well, part of the problem is you never had all this arrays of, you didn't have the super this, the junior that, you had to move in weight. You had to move like 15 pounds to go up in weight. It's not like 7 or 6 or whatever.
Who did Marvin fight?
Who did Marvin fight? Oh my God. Really? Really, brother? Okay, who did Marvin Hagler fight? This guy, you may have heard of him. His name is Tommy Hearns. You may have heard of this guy. Was 40-1 when he fought him. Only lost to Sugar Ray Leonard by the time he fought him. God knows how many knockouts. At least 30 of those 40 wins. John the Beast Mugabe was 25-0 with like 23 knockouts when he fought him. And you might have heard this dude right here. His name is Roberto Manos de Piedra Duran. 70. Look at this record, bro. 77 wins and 4 losses at the time that he fought him. Even Mustafa Hanshu has a win over Wilfred Benitez, the El Radar, my favorite. Well, not my favorite, but the one who I think is the best Puerto Rican fighter of all time. Wilfred Radar Benitez, the youngest boxing champion of all time, 17 years and some change. This guy beat him 38-2 when he fought him. He fought him twice, but nevertheless. I mean, even Juan Domingo Roldan, 52-2-2, bro. Look at this, bro. All killers. Oh, and you might have heard about this guy as well. His name is Sugar Ray Leonard. So, ask the question one more time, brother. Ask the question one more time.
Marvin Hagler never moved up in weight. Who did Marvin fight?
Who did Marvin fight? Get the fuck out of here, brother. I don't know what you're drinking, Abel, but no. Oh, shit, I'm behind on the comments. Give 1 second. LB says, can't understand Floyd Sr. when he talking. Come on, LB. The man is, up there in age, but yeah, I feel you. Oscar says, Mr. Stewart. Oh, yeah, Emmanuel Stewart. Come on. Mr. Stewart himself is a great under-the-radar coach. Yeah. Oscar says, blasphemy. Hagler, really? That's the example. Mr. Hagler is the definition of it. Yeah, blasphemy, bro. What the heck? Like, he went off the rails. Why did Hagler's name even come up? Did Ryan mention Hagler's name? I mean, god damn. LB says, Hagler fought Hearns, Duran Leonard. Thank you very much, LB. And Mugabe was a lot of people. Thank you for saying that, LB, because a lot of people forget how dangerous John Mugabe was. And he was never the same after Hagler got through with him. Never. Okay. LB says back then all those guys were all those guys were killers, bro. Mustafa Hamsha today would have been a world champion. John Mugabe would have been an all-time great if he fought today. That's all I'm gonna say. Oscar says Triple G got a case by his career alone to throw out Hagler. Really, right, bro? Like what the heck? Like Hagler is their standard, bro, at middleweight. You listen. You don't have to believe he's the greatest middleweight of all time. You may think it's Bernard Hopkins. You may think it's Carlos Monzon. You may think it's Triple G. It's between those four, in my opinion. I'm not gonna say Sugar Ray Robinson because his best work to me was at welterweight, right? But Carlos Monzon, Marvin Hagler, Bernard Hopkins, and Triple G, to me, are the four that make the short list as far as middleweight goes. If you want to put Canelo in there, if you want to put who am I forgetting? I'm forgetting somebody. You think it's Roy? I mean, Roy, his best work at 60, or because that's the thing with Roy, right? His best work, I don't know if it was, maybe it was. Hold on a second. That's a good question. Roy Jones, Box Freck. One second. One second. Talking about the Richard Hall days, the Vinny Pacienza days, the Lou Del Valle days, the Virgil Hill days, the untouchable days of Roy Jones Jr. Richard, yeah, I think it was 175 his best work, but I mean, there's a case to be made. I think he beat James. No, James Toney was at super middleweight as well. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe hey man, throw him in there. I'm not gonna say you're crazy, but I think his best work as far as Roy goes is 175 or super middleweight. Not necessarily middleweight, but listen, if you want to throw him in there and Canelo, go ahead. We got a 6-man list now. We have Marvin Hagler, Carlos Monzon, Bernard Hopkins, Triple G, Canelo, and Roy. 6 people. Maybe I'm forgetting one or two more, but we got 6 people in the short list. Come on, guys. Seriously. Hagler versus Mugabe is like Trout. Oscar says Hagler versus Mugabe is like Trout versus Canelo. Make or break, and the winner became a Hall of Famer. The loser got forgotten by the media, but the purists know. Yes, thank you, Oscar. Thank you. I appreciate that. John the Beast Mugabe, bro, he was murking people left and right. I mean, come on, man. Speaking of which, and he was from Uganda. Think about the amount of people that Hagler stopped from being great, fellas. Mustafa Hamsher was from Syria or Egypt, one of the two. Could you imagine, bro, what would have meant for the people of Egypt or Syria to have a world champion at such a storied division in boxing like middleweight, bro? And the same for Uganda. John Mugabe representing Uganda. Can you imagine Uganda being on the map, like the middleweight division of boxing, bro? Like, what would have meant for like the people and for him, shit. You have a statue of him, over there, and God knows how many, you have schools named after him and freaking airport named after him, whatever you name it, bro. Let alone gyms and stuff and roads and stuff like that. So there's something to be said when you clean out a division and you stop a lot of people from becoming great. That's the thing with title defenses that people miss, in my opinion. But Andre Ward, I don't think his best work was at 60 either. Give me a second. Andre Ward was as high of a boxing IQ as I've ever seen in my life. That man will figure you out in ways unknown to men. Um, Give me a second. You could be right, bro, but he fought at 160 for a while, but when he really came in the map was when he fought. Well, not really. It was the Super Six, right? But I think he really like space shuttle to the top when he beat Chad Dawson. That to me was his marquee win. If you think it's Carl Froch, maybe you think it's Sergey Kovalev, maybe you think it's who's the other one that I always miss? Not Edinson Miranda. It's oh shit, who's the other one? Okay, let's say it's either Kovalev, Carl Froch, or because Carl Froch was the final for the Super Six, right? Or Chad Dawson. I think it's Chad Dawson personally. and that happened at 68. And the Super Six was 168 too. That's when he got his the Arthur Abraham. There it is. Thank you, LP. Yeah, that's the one. So yeah, I mean, I don't think he really fits the bill. If you want to put him in there at 160, go ahead. But I don't think he fits the bill, and the same for Roy. Canelo definitely fits the bill, but Roy and Ward more like super middleweight, light heavyweight, in my opinion. You know, Roy LB says Roy's the best middleweight, super middleweight, and light heavyweight ever. God damn. LB, LB ain't got room for nobody. It's Roy, Roy, Roy. I love it. I love it. He won. Yeah, he won the Super Six. Um, Arthur, yeah, Arthur Abraham. That's the guy. Super dangerous fighter. Not the most skilled, not the most versatile, nothing necessarily have many layers to his game. But if he hits you with that right hand, brother, yeah, he gonna send you to a place that where time doesn't exist, man. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, I mean, Triple G, right? I read here on the Ring magazine, Gennady Golovkin open to comeback. Quote: Fighting again is not out of the question. Oh boy, I don't like this. I don't like this. Do you guys like this? I don't. His official record is 42 2-1 with 37 KOs. My goodness, 37 knockouts, bro. Has since moved on to spearhead projects across amateur boxing. Last month, Golovkin declared his candidacy to become president of world boxing, and he'll find out if he's the man for the job. Once the votes are tallied Sunday in Rome. Damn. He will turn 40. Come on, man. He'll turn 44 in April and is eligible for induction for the International Boxing Hall of Fame's class of 2026. It's not ruling out a return to the ring either. For what, man? Quote says, most likely, if my candidacy is successful, then I would probably announce officially that I have finished with boxing and ended my career. Golovkin told BBC Sport. Quote, although there's always a possibility. Since I always keep in shape and lead an athletic lifestyle, the option of fighting again is not out of the question. In recent years, Golovkin has served as the president of Kazakhstan's National Olympic Committee and as the chair of World Boxing's Olympic Commission. Awesome. After momentarily finding itself on the after momentarily finding himself on the ropes. Boxing will be a part of the 2028 Olympics program in Los Angeles. It was announced in March. The Sweet Science's long-term future in the Summer Games, however, is uncertain, and that's an issue Golovkin wants to fix. Boxing has always been an integral part of my life, and right now the position Olympic boxing is in is unacceptable, said Golovkin. This is a very dangerous situation, and I feel a tremendous desire to help because there's a real threat that it will not be included in the Olympics after Los Angeles 28. Seriously? Seriously? I call on all boxing fans, everyone who cares about the sport, to support amateur boxing. Everything starts here. Yep, I love it. I don't love the you getting back in the ring, but I love everything else I heard. That's for damn sure. What do you guys think? You wanna triple? Oscar says Triple G one of the main reason Olympic boxing back in the Olympics. I love it, Oscar. Man, I love it. I didn't even know that. LB says Triple G coming back to fight Jake Paul. Hey, I mean, get that bag, bro. Get that bag. Why not? Why not? If Chavez Jr. can do it, Mike Tyson can do it, now AJ can do it, you can certainly do it. Oscar says Triple G, though one of my favorite fighters ever, he got no business in the ring. He a legend already. Exactly. Like what for? I understand. I mean, listen, I understand because especially if you made it to the top, that. I mean, I get it, and I also don't get it. Because I mean, okay, who am I to judge? Let me just get that out the air. But just from the outside looking in, you're about to turn 44. Okay. You've done everything there is to do in boxing, bro. Like who could you like? Let me look through the landscape. Is he gonna fight at 160? I don't think so, right? He will be 168 if he comes back. I mean, he can beat some ass, but he can't really, he's not gonna make a 2 3 year run at this. No way. If he was like 38, I'd be like, you know what? Okay, have at it. But nah, bro. And not only that, you've been out of the ring for over 3 years now. It's too long, bro. I know he says that he's doing he lives the athletic lifestyle. He doesn't have any vices or anything like that. So that's awesome. But come on, man, you got a lot on your plate already. You're the president of the Olympic team of Kazakhstan. I mean, it's not like you ain't doing nothing. So just go ahead and become a legend now in a different way, bro. Become a legend by says Oscar says, yeah, boxing. Olympic boxing was out of the picture in the Olympics for a while until Triple G stepped in. God damn. Wow. LB says, do you really think he's a legend? Of course, man. 20 title defenses, LB. Think about that. 20 title defenses. Like, in other words, you stop 20 dudes from being great. In other words. Now, I know what's coming back. I know what's coming back. He never beat a legend. He never beat a big name. Listen, bro, it's not like he can go back in time and fight Carlos Monzon or Marvin Hagler. You fight who's there, bro. And he cleaned up he did his thing and he did it flawlessly. You know. Listen, not for nothing, Roy had the same problem, bro. Now, Roy, you can mention James Stoney, you can mention a few names, but he cleaned out an entire division for God knows how long. Nobody could touch him. That to me warrants you being a legend. Now, of course, if you have 3, 4, 5, Hall of Famers on your resume, for sure that will spearhead you to the top. But another way is to clean out an entire division where, unfortunately for you, there were no legends at the time outside of Canelo. And I mean, what are you gonna do, man? You fight the man 3 times. Um, People can have their own opinions of what happened on the first and second fight. I certainly do. But whatever the case may be, bro, at the end of the day, there it is. Oscar, Triple G's a legend for a fact. Appreciate that. Oscar says he beat Daniel Jacobs, Prime David Lemieux. He definitely did beat Prime David Lemieux. To me, he beat Nello first fight for sure. He did. For sure he did. Um, Not only that, bro. I mean, let's go down the list. Because okay, he doesn't have a bunch of legends on his resume. He doesn't. But it's not like why doesn't he have them? Because there were nobody there, bro. Outside of Canelo, there was nobody there. It's like you would have a case if there would be like 3 dudes and he mysteriously didn't fight any of them. You would have a case, but that's nothing. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. And people will say he never fought Andrew Ward. Listen, that's true, but also Andrew Ward's in another division as well. So can you really, even if that were true, which I believe it is, he never fought Andrew Ward. Okay, but so what? So what? Is that really a big indictment, bro? Because when you go down through history, bro, 99% of the legends, you can make a case he didn't fought that guy or this guy or the other guy. Marvin Hagler never fought Mike McCallum. Sugar Ray Leonard never fought Aaron Pryor. Duran never fought Mike McCallum either, and neither did Tommy Hearns. You see what I mean? And I can go on and on and on and on with this. So you understand? Oh, I forgot about Sergey Derevyanchenko as well. LB says, yeah, he's a legend. Oh, Kell Brook, my goodness, Kell Brook. That was a massacre, bro. Kell Brook was never the same after that. And remember, this is a guy that beat Sean Porter in his prime, okay? Don't forget about that. People forget how good Kell Brook was in his prime, fellas. Okay, that Sean Porter fight was fire, fellas. He definitely didn't beat Canelo, bro. LOL. Come on, LB. You're being such a hater. Oscar says, Kell Brook first. Yeah, Kell Brook first loss, bro. I don't know why in God's name he decided to fight Triple G, but he did. He did. He whooped Kell Brook's ass. He definitely did. Oscar says first fight Triple G got to know. He definitely did, bro. He definitely. How you doing, Jay Will? Sup irony, low key. I thought that Yanchenko beat Triple G. Really? Man, I love it. I love it. You really did. You know what? I'm gonna watch it again just for you. Now, Jay Will, I got a question that I asked LB and Oscar previously. Jay Will, I need an answer from you. You got one fight for your life. Who's your trainer? Now, mentioning one guy is kind of tough, so give me, three, four, five, whatever, your favorites. But you got one fight for your life. Who's in your corner? Let me know. Um, Come on, fellas. Give the man his flowers. He whooped Gabriel Rosado. He whooped Willie Monroe Jr. He whooped Curtis Stevens. You remember the face he made on the. Give me a second. When he got. Oh, shit. I mistyped this. 1 second. That man looked like he's seen a ghost when Triple G hit him. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Shit. Can't find this thing right now. But you know what I'm talking about, right? Curtis Stevens. Oh, there it is. There it is, fellas. Oscar says, "My God, it'll be Rosado almost got killed. He definitely did, bro. He looked like he was." Gabe Rosado's face after that fight looked like he got tortured, bro. Looked like literally like he was in a torture room somewhere. Um. Okay, again, disclaimer. I'm not monetized. This is like educational purposes only. Okay. Um. Let me show you this because this is something else, guys. This is something else. You know what? Why don't we go into Triple G's resume? Why don't we do that? Give me 1 second. This is worth seeing. Okay. With left hook. Oh. That man looks like he's seen a ghost, fellas. Okay. And listen, shout out to Curtis Stevens, bro. But yeah, you know. Yeah, Gabe Rosado looked like he was in a torture room somewhere, bro. Like, god damn. Oh, yeah, Curtis Stevens. Yep. Jay Will says Emmanuel Stewart. I love it, especially because I'm 6'3", 230. Holy shit. He was great with bigger dudes. Stewart knew Tyson would be next up. Yeah. Yeah, he changed Lennox into a real monster. He did. Damn, you a big guy, bro. I'm 6 foot, but you're 6'3". God damn. Um, Good stuff. LB says, LOL. Yeah, Oscar Hills. Yeah, for sure, bro. Gabe Rosado's been through the ringer, fellas. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Gennady Golovkin's resume. Let's go into it, shall we? I forgot about Vanes Martirosyan. Okay, I see what you're saying. I see. I mean, listen, bro. Like, at the end of the. Oh, shit. Forgot about that guy as well. Okay, is there room for debate? Maybe. I'll give you a maybe. I'm not giving you a for sure. But let's go into his resume, and I'm going to share the screen so everybody can see it. Okay? No need for disclaimer or anything like that because it's right there. This box right. Okay. This is Gennady Golovkin, 42-2, one draw, 37 KOs. Canelo's the responsible for the 2-1 there. 42 wins. Okay. Ryota Murata. Okay. Camille's Remeta. Sergey Derevianchenko. Okay. Unanimous decision, 12 rounds. I'm going to watch this one since who was the one that said it? I think Jay Will said that he thought Derevchenko beat him. Derevchenko was a bad boy, man. The thing is, he has all these losses, but all against top dudes. Sergey Derevchenko, not for nothing, bro, is one of the strangest. Yeah, you see 6 losses there, but let's see against who. I'm taking a slight detour. Okay, I'll be back to Triple G in a second. Christian and Bailey, okay, Unanimous decision, by the way. And Billy got damn near 100% knockout ratio. 27-0. Look at that, bro. And he took him to decision. Okay, who else? Jaime Munguia's bum ass. Okay, took him to decision. 41-0. Carlos Adames, current 160 champion. Majority decision. Okay. Jermal Charlo, fellas. UD, a guy that murks people as well. UD. Okay. All 12 rounds. Gennady Golovkin, all 12 rounds. And Danny Jacobs split decision. Fellas, can you really hold any of those losses against them? Was he ever stopped? Not even once. He fought Jermall Charlo, who's got God knows how many knockouts, made it to decision. Munguia, Carlos Adames, Mbili. We're talking about guys putting people to sleep. And Triple G. None of them could stop him. We got one majority decision, one split decision, and the rest are UDs. Come on, guys. So Sergey Derevenchenko is a good name to have on your resume. Okay, Vanes Martirosyan. I mean, you can make an argument that he got him way over the hill, knocked him out in the second round. Danny Jacobs, I don't want to hear anything. This man was a real deal, the miracle man. Listen, he got slept against Dmitry Pirog. It is what it is. Dmitry Pirog was a beast. He had to retire because he had a bad back. He couldn't recover. Okay, but Danny Jacobs, the real deal. Okay. Kell Brook, baby. Knocked him out TKO round 5. Kell Brook was 36-0 when he fought him. Okay? 36-0. How about that one, huh? Dominic Wade. Dominic Wade. I'm trying to think. I don't know that I remembered on Dominic Wade. But okay. David Lemieux, 34-2. We all know David Lemieux's a scary dude. He ain't the most skilled, but he's a scary dude. Okay. Ask Curtis Stevens, he'll tell you. Willie Monroe Jr., 19-1. Okay. Martin Murray, who gave Sergio Martinez a hell of a fight, even though Sergio was a little over the hill, but whatever. Marco Antonio Rubio, a lot of people have a lot of problem with this. People need to remember he upset David Lemieux. One of these two losses is Marco Antonio Rubio, okay? Remember that. Curtis Stevens, Matthew Macklin, Nobuhiro Ishida, if you remember, he upset James Kirkland, and there's Gabe Rosado. I mean, it's good enough. It's good enough. Kasim Uma, I think, did Tito fought him? Tito Trinidad or somebody fought Kasim Uma. I remember him. I mean, it's good enough resume. It's the fact that he cleaned out a division, you know? So, okay, he may not have the best resume, but he cleaned out a division, you know? So that to me gets him over the top. That's my opinion. Okay. Let's see. I'm behind on the comments here. I always thought Jay Will says I always thought Canelo moved up to middleweight when he saw Jacobs give Triple G some trouble. That's a fact. Jay Will, that's a fact. Derevenchenko. He does get hit too much. I agree, LB. He does get hit too much. Oscar says we need to see how many times Triple G was the underdog and Triple G versus Lemieux highlights. Sure. Let's see if I can find that thing. Highlights. Jeff Jackson. What a channel this is, guys. Golly. Can't say enough great things about this channel. Go ahead and check it out. Jeff Jackson, just like the name Jeff Jackson. But let me get through the comments and I'll show you the highlights in a second, Oscar. He says, oh boy. He says, sorry, irony. Cotto said no thank you to Triple G. I mean, I don't blame him. I mean, let's be honest here. Miguel Cotto, by the time he got to 160, bro, his best work was already done. I don't think there's any point of argument here that Cotto's best work was at 147 and 140, right? I don't think there's any point of disagreement. By the time he got to 160, yeah, I mean, he got a win against Kamegai and all that, and he gave Canelo a pretty good fight, and he beat the corpse of Sergio Martinez, but his best work was already done. You know, his best work was already done, and he was 47-40. Maybe when did he fight Chop Chop Corey? Let's 137. Yeah, 140 to 147 was best work for sure. So I can't say that I blame my boy Cotto for doing that. Um, Jay Will says the only fighter I saw says the only fighter I saw really handle Derevyanchenko was Jamal Charlo. That's the fight I wanted, Triple G versus Jamal. Bro, golly. I wanted that fight so badly, man. God damn. I also, low key, Jay Will, I also wanted Boo Boo versus Jamal or Jermel. I can't remember which one of the two he had beef with. I think it was Mel, but don't quote me on that. Oscar says the only reason he ain't undisputed, Billy Joe ducked that man until Canelo had to go up and wait to get that belt to be mandatory. Yeah, yeah, Billy Joe Saunders wanted no parts of Triple G. And listen, I'll give Billy Joe Saunders this. He looked really impressive against David Lemieux. I will give him that one. I'll give him that much. I can't stand him. Damn near nobody can stand that man. But not for nothing, his performance against excuse me, his performance against David Lemieux was really good. I'll say that. LB says, yeah, Cotto was done at that time. Too many wars for sure. Cotto goes in there with Triple G, bro. I don't know. I don't know if he's breathing air today. You know, I don't know if we get Miguel Cotto, you know, alive and walking and smelling the coffee today. If he gets in there with Triple G, and this is with all due respect, bro. But LB says Triple G versus Charlotte would have been a draw, bro. Come on, like who wouldn't want to see that fight, man? Who wouldn't want? Who? What do you want to see more, guys? Would you have liked to see Triple G versus Charlo or Boo Boo versus Charlo? You can only have one of them. I think I know the answer, but which one do you prefer out of the two? I will take both, but if I had to choose one, it's obviously Triple G versus Charlo. Oscar says facts LB. Yeah, for sure. Jay Will says Jermal was more talented than Jermel, in my opinion. Shame he messed up his career. Well, I mean, didn't he just beat Lamana? Didn't he just beat Lamana? Or man, I swear to you, bro, I can't tell who's who. You put them right next to each other, I have no idea who's Maul and who's Mel. I'm sorry. That's the truth. I mean, Oscar says, great fight though, Jay Will. I agree with that. Which one? Which one? Jay Will says Derevyanchenko and oh yeah, Derevyanchenko and Molchov. Yep. Jay Will says Boo Boo is another one. His career really bro. Say that again. His career really lackluster. Missing out on that Billy Joe fight hurt. Billy failed for steroids, I believe. Not only that, he missed out on the Charlo fight. He missed out on the Canelo fight. He missed out on the Triple G fight. I mean, the list goes on and on. And he doesn't even have a fight against David Lemieux or Danny Jacobs, bro. Not even his best win is probably Vanes Martirosyan, bro. Let that sink in. And how long ago was that? Okay, if you want to say it's Nicholson, if you want to say it's Quigley, maybe. Bro, he doesn't even have a fight with Peter Quillen, bro. Kid Chocolate. Which is the one of Danny Jacobs' marquee victories. Peter Quillen, you know, his fight against Andy Lee. My goodness. If you guys have a chance, watch Peter Quillen versus Andy Lee. My God, what a fight that was. Jay Will says Jermal for me versus Triple G. Interesting. Bro, that's a toss-up. You can pretty much flip a coin there. I'm about to show you the highlights, Oscar. I'm sorry. LB says Boo Boo would beat them. Triple G and Charlo, man, that's a ballsy claim, bro. I love me some Boo Boo, but okay, I'll say this. I'll give him a shot. I'll give him a shot. He deserves that much. He's so talented, bro. It's a crime against humanity the way that man's career has turned out. Boo Boo should be a legend, fellas. Boo Boo should be a legend. God damn, bro. I hate that shit, but what are you gonna do? Jay Willis says true. Oscar says, you know, Triple G in love with boxing when the man can be smiling while complimenting your game but whooping, while whooping your ass with a straight face. Bro, seriously, he had one of the most poker face you'll ever see, bro. Like literally. Like that man was scary. LB says his style was too awkward for them. I can see that happening, bro. But I'm gonna tell you something, LB. I ain't got prime Triple G losing to too many people, bro. Prime Triple G, bro, low key beats everybody, in my opinion. I could be wrong, obviously. We're comparing Lambos here, right? But Prime Triple G is one of the scariest things I've seen in a ring. Scariest fighters I've ever seen: George Foreman, Tommy Hearns, Edwin Valero, Gennady Golovkin. I'm talking about scary. That like they have this aura. Obviously, Mike Tyson. You're talking about Ray Mercer as well. I mean, there's a bunch of dudes, but definitely one of the scariest dudes I've ever seen, bro. That man looked possessed inside of that ring, bro. He had those laser beam eyes, bro. Like, okay, enough fucking around. I'm sorry. Let me show the highlights. Oh shit, I keep forgetting. Here's the disclaimer. I'm not monetized. This is educational purposes only. Okay, let me put the banner as well, just to cover my backside. I'll be back to the comments in a second. Let me just. Come on, LB. What a hater. Let me show you the highlights. LB's such a hater. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. He's standing by his guy. He's a Canelo guy. I appreciate that. Carrier, what's up, buddy? Let me show you something at the request of the people, and I'll be back. Let me know. Oh, Carrier, you got one fight for your life. Who's your trainer? Answer me that. You can give me 3, 4, 5 dudes, because I know one is hard, but you got one fight for your life. Who's in your corner? That's my question for today. Let me know if the audio is good, guys.
Careful first round for Golovkin, but an effective first round so far. As he's landing his jab, and Lemieux hasn't landed much of anything. Ramsey and the general consensus has been a better fighter since then. Golovkin lands the right hand. Golovkin lands another right hand. Lemieux trying to be
Watch, even as he goes on his back, he never breaks his pace, so he's always in position to blast you. Take a look at that, guys.
Lands a jab and gets inside for the first time.
It will be interesting too.
Look at the jab and the accuracy with which Golovkin is landing it. Right hand. Right hand was blocked, but knocked Lemieux back a little bit anyway. Jab lands again. Jab. Body shot by Golovkin. Right hand lands. Right hand lands again. Knocks Lemieux into the rope.
Oh boy. I would rather bring a knife to a gunfight than to be pinned in the ropes against this guy, right?
For Golovkin. Right hand lands again. Body shot by Golovkin. Right on the solar plexus. There was the left hook.
Oh boy.
Lemieux is hurt.
Oh.
Here goes Golovkin. Looking to finish already.
Oh my God. Thank God he missed with that hook, guys. Thank the good Lord that he missed with that left hook.
And here goes
Oh.
Golovkin. Looking
Oh
to
my
finish
God.
already. In round number, hand up the middle. Left hook again. Here we go.
Bro. And that's David Lemieux. That's a dangerous dude, bro.
He throws a beautiful left
Oh, here's the ref with the weird eyes. I love that.
hook while blocking a beautiful left hook at the same time.
Oh.
Lemieux threw his out of defense.
Enormous power.
Hard by Lemieux.
Hard right hand by Lemieux.
Woo! Nice by Lemieux. I forgot, bro. Triple G got the Canelo, Foreman, Hagler, Chavez.
Hard right hand by Lemieux.
Oh.
Best punch of the fight so far. body shot with the right hand. Hard left upstairs. Body will never tip over 2-1, Joe. Down goes Lemieux.
Oh shit! Dang.
Hit him once. Knocked out of the fight. And Lemieux is lucky that there are only a few seconds left in the round.
Yes, he is.
Might have got banned from boxing for that.
Oh shit! You might have been the cue, bro. Low key. Dang.
There's another hard right hand by Golovkin. Lemieux into the ropes.
Come on, bro.
Disqualification.
Like Montel.
Somewhere Montel is watching and saying, no, I can do that.
What did you literally just say?
Watching and saying, no.
Let's say. Holy shit! He's talking about Montel Griffin and Roy the first fight. If you know, you know.
Just
Another big left chin. He promised a big drama show.
See how he rolled? You see how he rolled away from that right cross? Holy shit, bro.
Showing you he's got that chin.
Woo!
Promised a big drama show. That doesn't happen to the left. Catches him coming in with a left again. And a right hand up, got the punctuate the round. Style. You see that Lemieux is regarded as model handsome.
not at all.
Oh,
Good hook by Triple.
props to David Lemieux, bro. He's still going after him, bro. Not for nothing. Mad respect to this one going after Triple G, bro. Gotta take my hat off to this man right here. 7th round, he's beating the shit out of him. He's still going after him.
Close to this.
Good body.
Good body shot by Lemieux with the right hand.
Oh, good hook.
Lemieux is hurt against the ropes. Turn Lemieux sideways.
Yep.
He's got him cornered. Another right landed against the fight.
Oh, that's the same combination he knocked out Matthew Macklin with. The one he just did. Uppercut, right hook, killer hook to the liver. That's one of the greatest body shot KOs you'll ever see. Triple G versus Matthew Macklin. I'll show it to you in a second.
Landed
Bam!
against the
Oh
fighter.
boy.
In a sense, that fighter.
Good right hand.
Hard left hook. Hammered Lemieux. Good right hand by Golovkin. Drives him back into the ropes.
Yeah, he much hard for his own good, bro. This guy, what's his name? Willis or something? I love this guy. I know he fucked it up with Tanker Road, but for the most part, I think he's pretty good, you know. Oh shit, I'm way behind with the comments. One second. Oh shit, I'm way behind. 1 second. Triple G, salute. Hey, aircraft carrier, God bless you, bro. Salute to you. God bless you. Triple G, I mean, he's thinking about it. He's got a lot. He's the president of like the Kazakhstan Olympic team or something like that. And he says he's open to a comeback. So it's not like official or anything like that. Emmanuel Stewart, bro, you and Jay Will are going to have at it because you both have the same dude, but I love it. Emmanuel Stewart's the real deal, bro, for sure. I like it. Definitely Dr. Andre Ward. Come on, LB. Such what a hater. Carrier says Andre Ward, Dr. Bute, and Stevenson from Undisputed at 68 and 75. See, that's what I mean. I mean, you go down the list of legends, bro. Damn near all of them, you can say, well, he ducked this guy and that guy, bro, all the way down to Sugar Ray Robinson and Jack Dempsey. Sugar Ray Robinson, this is a well-known fact, bro. Sugar Ray Robinson, probably the all-time greatest boxer that ever lived. Never wanted to fight Charlie Burley. Look it up, guys. Let me put the name on here. Charlie. I can't remember. 1 second. Charlie Burley. How do you spell that? Yeah, that's it. That's it. Look it up. You don't have to believe me. Sugar Ray Robinson docked Charlie Burley, and Jack Dempsey docked Sam Langford and Harry Greb, the man on my avatar. I mean, right now it's Jao Petaya, but on YouTube usually I have Harry Greb. Okay? So all the way up to the way back in the day, you can make those arguments, bro. So we need to, while it might be true, we need to take that with a grain of salt, you know? Oscar says, if Triple G ducked Ward, then it's only fair to say Bob ducked Boots for Patrick. Oh boy, let the games begin. Carrier says, Triple G got a piston jab. Say that again, Carrier. Say that again. Jay Will says, Steve Willis is great until he made so many mistakes with the Tank Roach fight. Yeah, bro, that really messed up his image, quite a bit. I agree. Jay Will says he let Tank get away with ridiculous stuff for sure. Facts, Jay Will. Yep, facts, Jay Will. It is what it is. The truth. Steve started the count and just stopped. Yeah, that was one of the weirdest shits I've ever seen in my life, bro. Carrier says Triple G is one of the best fighters ever. Thank you, Carrier. Thank you. LB, do you see that, LB? You see, maybe I'm just trying to get you to see the light, brother. I'm just fucking around. LB says, I never heard of Ward ducking. I don't know. I mean, Lucian Bute. I mean, he got a Carl Froch just played with him. I don't know. Might be the case with Adonis Stevenson, even though, I mean, they both fought Chad Dawson. Adonis Stevenson cleaned them, and Ward also cleaned them. Yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense, Adonis Stevenson. Maybe. I'm not so sure about that, though. I'm no Andrew. I mean, I respect Andrew Ward. I'm not an Andrew Ward fan, but I do respect him. How can you not, right? Carrier says Ward ducked Bute and Stevenson for undisputed. LB says Boots won that bag to fight Bud. Who wouldn't, right? Carrier says Ward would have been the first two-weight undisputed if he fought Bute and Stevenson. Yeah, probably so. Ward also missed like 3 years of his career. He was in a dispute with his promoter. You'll remember that? Yeah, that really costed him, unfortunately. Oscar says Bud didn't take it when he could, though. Bud didn't take it when he could, so more money for Bud also. Yeah, could be. Oscar says Ward didn't take Bute either. Yeah. Carrier says Ward ducked Bute for undisputed. LB says, damn, for real, he ducked him? I'm not sure, but I'll look into it. Carrier says Ward didn't want to fight Bute because Bute didn't participate in the Super 6 and he didn't want to fight in Canada. Oh, he had to go to Canada to fight him? Damn. How is Bute the A side against Ward? That's weird. I mean, Andrew Ward was never like a massive draw, but I mean, Lucian, wow. I don't know. Well, I'll have to look into that. But even if that's the case, like, I mean, you can go down the list, bro. Why didn't fight that guy? Why didn't fight that guy, bro? You'll have a field day here. And I'm talking about all-time great fighters. I just said Robinson and Dempsey. And I could go down the list. Leonard never wanted to fight. Bro, Leonard was right there with Aaron Pryor. Let me show you the Pryor went up to him, bro. Not for nothing. Yeah. Watch this, guys. Let me show you this. And this is one of the greatest fighters of all time, Sugar Ray Leonard, right? Y'all need to know this, guys. If Ward fought Bute and Stevenson, he would have been the first two-weight undisputed. Carrier dropping some knowledge, man. I didn't even know that. Appreciate you, sir. LB says, damn, I got to research that. Me too. Carrier says, Ward was one belt away at 68 at 75. Carrier says, I didn't say Ward can beat Bute and Stevenson, but he didn't fight. Right. Exactly. I appreciate that. Carrier says, I believe you, Irony. Oh, with oh yeah, I mean you can look it up. This is a well-known fact. Robinson will tell you himself he didn't want no parts of Charlie Burley, and Dempsey. The Harry Greb one is one that I throw in there, and I'll tell you why in a second. But Dempsey told you, Dempsey will tell you himself he never wanted any parts of Sam Langford, never. Okay, and the reason why I throw in Harry Greb is because Gene Tunney, who's 2-0 against Dempsey, by the way, the Fighting Marine, who doesn't get nearly as much recognition as Dempsey does. He fought Harry Greb not once, not twice, 5 times. Okay, so, and I know Harry Greb was a middleweight, but he went all the way up to heavyweight, bro. You don't make him like Harry Greb, bro, nowadays. You don't. Carrier says it didn't look. It don't look like Bud and Boots have interest in fighting each other, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't see the. There's way more interest, in my opinion. This is just me. Guys, disagree, agree, whatever you want. There's way more interest for Boots to fight Virgil than it is for Boots to fight Bud Crawford, and I'm included in that. You know, they're not even in the same division. Bud is about to campaign at 60. Boots just got to 54. You know, Carrier says I believe Boots would have fought Ward in Oakland because he fought Froch in Britain. Yeah, he definitely did. That was one of the most one-sided fights I've ever seen. But yeah, like Carl Froch just played with that man. Carl Froch's best win, in my opinion, is George Groves. You may say it's Jermaine Taylor. You may say it's Lucien Bute. I'm forgetting about one. Can't remember. Yeah, I'm forgetting one or two names. But in my opinion, it's George Groves. You know, Jermaine Taylor was an unbelievable comeback, and Lucien Bute was an amazing performance. He's got one or two more that I'm forgetting. The Cobra. But let me show you guys this. Again, this is, disclaimer. I'm not monetized. This is educational purposes only. Okay. I'm going to show you the situation with Leonard and Aaron Pryor. And by the way, Mike McCallum, he never fought Mike McCallum either. Okay. The Bute win. Okay. Carrier. Not a problem. Not a problem. I think it's George Grove. You think it's Lucien Bute. Fair enough. Somebody may think it's Taylor. Awesome. Awesome. All great wins, though. All great wins.
He's one of our top amateur fighters of all time.
In '76, he won the National Gold Glove Championship in Miami, Florida. Beat the heck out of Tommy Hearns.
Beat the heck out of him.
Leading up to the 1976 Olympics, Pryor was marked as America's best bet to win a gold medal in boxing.
Aaron, I didn't see it, but I've been told by the guys that were there. Aaron was so good in that weight class. Ray moved up. Ray Leonard moved up to get away from Aaron Pryor.
Say that again, sir. Say that again, sir. Sir, I need you to speak again.
Aaron, I didn't see it. I've been told by the guys that were there. Aaron was so good in that weight class. Ray moved up. Ray Leonard moved up to get away from Aaron Pryor.
He would take your
Said.
best punch, spit in your eye, and then kick your ass.
Who do you want to fight next? I want to fight Leonard because I feel like I'm the king of the junior welterweight for what I've already done.
About with Sugar Ray Leonard.
This is the moment right here. But let me say that again, Mr. Pryor, just for me. Listen, you beat Arguello, and I didn't like it.
I want to fight Leonard.
About
So he called them out, right?
with Sugar Ray Leonard offered the
Here's the worst of the worst, bro.
surest path
Pay attention to this.
to a world-class payday. But Pryor's challenges were repeatedly dismissed.
You knocked me down, and I knocked you down, and
we've had workouts when we were amateur. We actually knocked the guys that were pro and the amateur. What do you know? He knows me.
I worked with him for the last 3 or 4 before he became Mr. Leonard.
I know one thing, whenever they'd be in the ring working out, Aaron used to give him a working over.
I just beat the #1 contender in my weight division. I ain't got nothing to prove there. So why not come up?
This is my show, pal. Go ahead. Any other questions, please?
I mean, can you be any more obvious, bro? And this is a man that a lot of people have as their goat, okay? A lot of people, even here in Puerto Rico, will tell you that Sugar Ray Leonard is their goat. And listen, I ain't got no problem with anybody saying this guy is your goat. But since we're on the topic of that, people, you know? I mean, the man is right next to you.
I want to fight. I beat Tommy Hearns.
Aaron Pryor.
I want to fight. I beat Tommy Hearns. The man went up to you, and you ain't even looking at him, bro. That's a B move. I'm sorry, Leonard. I'm not going to say the word, but that's a B move, Leonard.
Was being shortchanged by history, if not opponents.
You see what I mean, fellas? You see what I mean, fellas? So when we start saying Gennady Golovkin never fought, who was the one that they said? Bubu Andrade or Mal Charlo. Okay, but when you go down the list, that argument, bro, crumbles like a pack of cards, bro. You know, facts are, bro. Listen, I can show you better than I can tell you. And this is an all-time great fighter. I'm not even talking about, no. Sugar Ray Leonard is the real deal. I believe that too, Carrier. I believe that too. Bro, Aaron Pryor was as tenacious as they come. He just wouldn't take no for an answer. Listen, I'm an Alexis Arguello fan, so I'm having nightmares to this. I'm fucking around, but I'm having nightmares to this day with Aaron Pryor. And by the way, we're not done here. Sugar Leonard none of the four kings ever wanted to fight Mike McCallum. None of them, and this is also a known fact. Okay. And a lot of people got Duran as their GOAT. Facts, LB. Facts, LB. He didn't want that fade, bro. He was looking away. Dude is right next to you, looking away. Man. Carrier says, Irony, can you explain to me why Bubu Andrade, the legacy fight boxers, have... can you explain to me why Bubu Andrade... Is a legacy boxer have to? What do you mean by that? I don't. All right, let me read it again. Irony, can you explain to me why Bubu Andrade, a legacy fight boxers have to have? You mean like the up and coming fighters at 68 got to see Bubu Andrade? Is that what you were asking me? I'm sorry, Carrier. Can you rephrase? Or I want to make sure that I answer the question properly. Carrier says fans love Bubu Andrade. I'm confused. I love him. I just feel like his career has been he's underachieved. Yeah, he's a he's a former champion for sure. But okay, people feel that everyone ducked Bubu. I don't know about that, Carrier. I listen. Some people did. I wouldn't say everyone did it. This is very hard for me to believe that, man. It's very hard for me to believe that. Like, no, I just cannot believe that, bro. Bubu Andrade is what they act like he's. They act like he's a legacy fight. I mean, he had it over at. I saw when he came up to the boxing boys, and it's not like I agree with everything they say. You're never going to agree with everything anybody says, but I just feel like for as talented as he was, especially coming through the amateurs, bro, everybody was talking about him. I'm talking about Sean Porter. The list goes on and on, right? Yeah, LB, they did Doc Boo, but I can't give you everyone, bro. I just can't believe everyone. Why would Triple G? Why would Canelo? Why would the Charlos duck him? Like, I understand Billy Joe Saunders ducking him. I understand who else do I have? I mean, no way, bro. Like, I can mention 10, 12 names that you never fought, bro. I can't believe every single one of them, dog. I can't. It may be true, man. It may be true. I can't believe that, man. It's not like you're Mike Tyson, everybody. You know, like amazing fighter, amazing talent, amazing skills. You think so, LB? I mean, I don't know, man. Listen, you may be right. I love Bubu Andrade. He was doing very well against Benavides, bro. Watch that fight again. I know he got stopped 5-6 round. I can't remember. I think it was the 5th, but he was nailing Benavides with some of the most beautiful combinations I've ever seen, bro. Seriously, I'm not even hyperbolic right now. Carrier says Triple G was going to be a Hall of Famer with or without Bubu. That's a damn fact. With or without Bubu Andrade. And that's no shade to Bubu. That's just Triple G is just something else, bro. LB says they didn't want that fate, bro. let me show you some Bubu against. He was doing very well, and then he got caught with a fucking. Bro, come on! Look at this, guys. Look at this. And listen, guys, I gotta admit something right now. I was rooting for Bubu Andrade versus David Benavides, bro. I was rooting for him because I was like, bro, you finally get a marquee, quote unquote, well, not quote unquote. You finally get a superstar as an opponent. You know, I was pulling for him, bro. I actually felt bad for him, bro. I'm not gonna lie. When he said the Benavides fight is my Super Bowl, bro, man, I almost got emotional, bro, because I understand what he meant by that, you know. Like, finally, bro. Give me a second. The disclaimer here, right? I'm not monetized. This is educational purposes only. I hate repeating myself, but I just got to cover my backside, guys. Before I show, it says LB says Bubu's style was too hard to figure out, too awkward for them. I can believe that, LB. I can believe that. I'm just having trouble believing, and it hurts me to even say this, bro, because I love Bubu Andrade, bro. It's a privilege to watch him fight. You know. Carrier says, I thought he would have gave it all he got versus David on pay-per-view. I think he did. He just got caught with a weird-ass angled right hand, a masterful right hand by David Benavides, you know. And Benavides was so much bigger than him, bro. Wu was really 160. He's not really 168, you know. But in my opinion, you know. Here is, and now this short is sped up, obviously, but just take a look at these combinations, guys. This is a thing of beauty. This is a beautiful thing to watch, guys. Look at this.
Benavides is absolutely massive. Still astounds me.
Look at this one.
Good shot. Good work here by.
God's sakes, bro. What a beautiful thing.
Good shot. Good work here by Demetrius.
I counted 12 shots.
By the moments of the third, the action is intensifying. If you're Benavides, you need to start to throw combinations and become more offensive.
Wow, did you see that pivot, bro?
Start is mightily impressive. Benavides is absolutely.
What a talent, for God's sakes, guys. God damn, I hate that shit, bro. I hate when I know somebody's that good and they underachieve, bro. I hate that shit, bro. It's one thing if you get into an accident or if you have injuries. That's one thing, right? What are you going to do? But you know what? I got to do a deep dive on Bubu Andrade's career because he must have been like the most underpromoted dude ever, bro. Like, seriously. God damn, I hate that shit, bro. That's one of the things that I genuinely hate. A guy that you know has the goods, and for whatever reason, just didn't get there, man. People aren't gonna know. I know. Carrier knows. LB knows. Oscar knows. Jay Will knows how good Bubu Andrade is. A bunch of people I know in these YouTube streets do know how good Bubu Android is, but a ton of people are never gonna know, bro, and that sucks. God damn. Anyway, let's go through the news here. What else we got? Shit, I'm telling you, I hate that, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Jack Catterall awaits date with winner of Brian Norman Jr. versus Devin Haney. Oh boy, what do you guys think of that? I mean, I think they both beat him. I think Haney beats him. I think Norman probably sleeps him for sure. Frank Martin is training under Buddy McGirt now. He's ready to rebuild in new division. Hopefully he does, man. He only has one loss. He had a very good fight against Artem Harutunian. Let's see. David Benavidez and Anthony Yarde confident ahead of inevitable battle. Is David Benavidez ready to rule boxing's kingdom? He's one of them. I mean, I got Boots Ennis, I got David Benavidez, and I got Bam Rodriguez as possible next faces of boxing. You know, if you want to throw Abdullah in there, feel free. If you want to throw Shakur in there, feel free. If you want to throw, I'm forgetting somebody. I know it. Go ahead, go right ahead. You know. What else we got? Mositama backs Jake. Mositama backs Jake Paul against former gym mate Anthony Judge. Man, god damn. Here's a news for you guys. Lawrence Okolie offers sparring to Jake Paul in preparation for Anthony Joshua. This is interesting. Let me write this on the chat. Shushu Carrington, he got the talent. But he got work to do, LB. Who's his best win? Who's Shushu Carrington's best win? Carmel Moulton might be that guy, but hang on a second. I'm a little behind with the comments. Carrier says, irony, can you explain to me why Frank Martin is so acclaimed? Is he acclaimed? I mean, let's take a look at his resume. That's an interesting question. I don't know that he's acclimated. Do you think he is? He might be. I just didn't know. You know, I had no idea. Let's take a look. Because I think his best win is Artem Harutunian. Oh, Michel Rivera. I forgot about Michel Rivera. Jackson Mariñez. It's also a pretty good win. Other than that, I don't recognize anybody else in his resume, which doesn't mean that they're not anything. I don't know everybody, obviously, but Michel Rivera is the guy that, you know, does the Muhammad Ali gimmick, you know, with the white trunks, with the red black trim and the Ali haircut and everything. I think he's Dominican. And Artem Harutunian. It's also a pretty good win. I mean, he came up short against Tank Davis. He was doing pretty good, you know, for the first half of that fight, as people usually do against Tank Davis. Emiliano Vargas, that's a good one. But I mean, like right now, I don't mean in like 2 years, LB. You know, Carmel Moulton, Emiliano, not Abdullah. Abdullah doesn't take that long. Abdullah can do that in 1 year. You know, he'll beat Sam Noakes, and then probably his next fight will solidify his superstardom. You know, Shushu Carrington needs a lot of work to do, bro. Shushu Carrington needs a lot of work to do, and so does Emiliano, and so does Carmel Moulton. And listen, so does Osles Iglesias, so does Joendy Feliciano, so does Jean Paul Rivera, who I think is the top prospect in Puerto Rico right now. So does you name it, bro. Who else? Oscar Collazo got to become undisputed. You know, he got 2 fights to do that. You know, a lot of them got a lot of work to do. So I think Boots and David Benavidez are almost there, you know. Fans, okay, Carrier says fans talk about Frank Martin like he was a reigning champ. I don't have a good answer, man. I can't say that I've heard that, but listen, it's not like I'm everywhere either, so I don't know I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I couldn't tell you why. I mean, listen, you have one loss and it's against Tank Davis, so it's not really that bad, is it? Like the knockout was really bad. Yeah, like LB just said. Frank Martin got KO'd pretty bad. He definitely did. Um, I don't know. I don't know why he's so acclimated. He's a pretty good boxer. You know, I think he could still be a champion. I think he could for sure. I wouldn't put it past him. You know, we'll see what happens against Russell Barthelemy. Is he? I think he's in the undercard of Pitbull and Roach. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. It's either Pitbull and Roach or Fundora Thurman. One of those cards. He's the undercard. Um, I don't have a good answer, Carrier. I think I didn't even know that he was acclaimed. He is pretty good, but acclaimed. I mean, damn. I mean, people might see something in him that I haven't necessarily noticed. You know, he switched trainers. He was with Derek James, right? I believe. Yeah, he was with Derek James, and now he's with Buddy McGirt. None of those are necessarily my favorite trainer, but I mean, we'll see. If it works for you, it works for you, man. I'll see if I can get back to you on that one, Carrier. I don't know. I don't have a good answer. Carrier says they say Shushu ready for a monster. I'm not so sure Shushu is even ready for Espinosa. I'll tell you this. I think Shushu can definitely beat Nick Ball and probably Angelo Leo right now. Espinosa, I'm not so sure. Fulton, I'm not so sure. Inoue, listen, bro. Inoue is not even in the picture. Inoue is gonna fight Picasso, and then he's gonna fight Junto Nakatani if they both win. So he's out of the picture at least until late next year. And Shushu, you're not even there. You're a 126. Inoue is 122. So I don't even know why. You know, well, maybe because Inoue has hinted at moving to 126. I don't know, but if you're Shushu, handle what's in front of you before you even mention a pound for pound fighter. LB says, but he's definitely talented though, Carrier. Don't get me wrong. Shushu is talented, but he needs to show me that at the world class level as well. You know, show me. I'm not even asking for Fulton and Espinosa just yet, but I am asking for Ball or Leo. I am asking for that. It's about damn time, Shushu, for real. You're not like 20 anymore. You're like 27, I think, or something. Hang on a second. Let me see. Shushu Carrier, because I don't want to get his age wrong. Boxrec. What Boxrec say? 28. He's 28 years old, bro. 16-0. I mean, it's about damn time, bro. It's about damn time. You just fought Mateus Keita. It took you all 12 rounds to beat him. I mean, he got talent, but he needs to show me that against somebody that we know is good. You know, you see what I'm saying? I'm a Carrier. LB says Shu beats Inoue in a split decision. I mean, listen, he might do it. I mean, it's nothing is impossible. Stranger things. I've seen weirder things in the ring. Way weirder things in the ring than that. But I disagree. But listen, it could happen if he gets polished. I mean, the kid is talented, guys. That's for damn sure. Carrier says, I don't think he beats Rance. Ooh, so you got Ramses stopping Frank Martin, spoiling the comeback. Man. Well, if that happens, I don't know where he goes from here. And by that, I mean, I don't know if there's anywhere to go, you know, for Frank to go Martin. But I'll be paying attention. That's for damn sure. Because Rance Barthelemy, he's a grizzled veteran, bro. He ain't no chopped liver, you know. Carrier says body too body too theatrical at times. Oh, that's for damn sure. Yeah. He ain't my cup of tea. Not at all. And neither is Derek James. Carrier says, I'm not sold on Shushu. I'm sorry. Me neither. How could you be? Like, listen, to me, it's very easy to recognize that the kid is talented. He could be something. But he has not shown me that against top-level opposition. Not even close to top-level opposition. Let's go through the rankings, shall we? Why don't we do it? Let's do this. You know what? Let's do this. We're going to do this. Let's do this properly. Let's go to 126. Featherweight. Where are you? I'm in the boxing scene, by the way. His first name is Bruce, right? Okay, so you're the interim champion of the WBC. Current belt holder is Stephen Fulton, cool boy, who's about to fight at 130, Mr. Shaki Foster. Okay, so he's out of the picture. I'm looking through the rankings, and I'm looking at Bruce Shoot. God damn, what the hell is it? What did I do? Oh shit! Give me a second. Let me go back again to Bruce Carrington. Box rank. Just a second. I am not finding any. Okay, let me pump the brakes here. Maybe I'm missing something. I'm not seeing any wins against any ranked guys. Okay. Oh well, hang on a second. That might not be true. Dana Coolwell. I think I saw him here. Dana Cool. Didn't I saw that name hovering around here somewhere? Okay, false alarm. I mean, I don't see any wins against any ranked guys. And listen, I'm not even asking for an Elijah Pierce or a Luis Neri. I'm asking, listen, I am cool with you beating Otabek Kolmatov. If you guys remember, that was an unbelievable fight. He had an unbelievable fight against Ray Ford. If you haven't seen this, guys, look up Ray Ford versus Otabek Kolmatov. You will thank me later. Or even a Michael Conlon. Those are two legit guys, okay? And then we can talk, but until we see otherwise, I mean, he's just a talented guy, you know, who is yet to prove it on the biggest stage. Now, he is 28. It's not like he's 35, you know. But you ain't got no business calling out Naoya Inoue when you know damn well that you haven't put on that work, bro. LB says Shu will beat both. Who's both? Who's both? Both who? Hang on a second. You can't be talking about Inoue and Nakatani, right? LB, who you talking about? When you say both? Nick Ball. Nick Ball and Angelo Leo. Probably. Okay, I'll give him a great chance against Nick Ball. I give him a decent chance against Angelo Leo. I'll put it to you that way. LB says Espinosa will get served, buddy. You think so? Man, LB, I love it. You're sticking by your man. LB's like me, man. He's a ride or die dude, bro. He's a real excuse me. He's a real ride or die type guy. I'm the same way, bro. I'm the same way. I rocks with my people until the end of time, bro. Oscar says Shushu needs to fight a top 3 ranked opponent before he talks. Yeah, exact. Thank you, Oscar. I'm not even asking for that. I'm good with you winning against Otabek Kolmatov and Michael Conlon because I know those two guys are legit. But yeah, I mean, I rocks with that, bro. Great comment. Shushu needs to fight a top 3 ranked opponent before he talks about a champ, let alone Inoue. Exactly. Let alone Inoue. A champion is one thing. Inoue is pound for pound, fellas. What the heck? Like, come on, bro. Let's pump the fucking brakes here, Mr. Carrington. LB says they ducking Shushu. What a hater. LB, what a hater. Come on, man. They all ducking Shushu, seriously. Come on, LB. I mean, that could be true, but I have a hard time believing. LB says Barthélemy will win. Frank Steele shell shock. Could be, man. Could be. That was a horrible knockout. And I think how long has he been out of the ring? It's been a minute, right? It's been a hot minute since he's been in the ring, right? At least because Tank fought Lamont Roach and he was about to fight Jake Paul, right? And Tank ain't the most active dude either. Yeah, since one and a half years. 1.5 years. Bull was been out for longer, and also obviously Triple G, but yeah, it's not good. But we'll see, man. Hopefully he has another run left in him. hopefully. Oscar says, so everybody from top 15 and champions Inoue Nakatani talking shushu. Exactly, Oscar. You know, Inoue Nakatani. I mean, he's 20. No, he's 28. 28, maybe 29. Ain't nobody. Nobody. Why? What? Why would they be ducking him? Like, why? You know. Oscar says, let's be honest. Sagawa beat Shushu. Top rank pulled the top rank classic. Let's see, when did that fight happen? One second. One second. I never saw that fight, Oscar. I appreciate that. Suleiman, you talking about Suleiman Segawa? Oh, that was a majority decision. Yeah, that's surely the one that you're talking about. Right? Suleiman Segawa. Okay, I'll watch that one. That was a 10-rounder. Oscar says the highest opponent Shushu faced is Sagawa as a silver WBC champ. Man, that says it all, doesn't it, Oscar? So hold on a second. You're telling me that Shushu Carrington is the same age as Boots Ennis? No. Hold on. What the fuck? What the hell is going on here? Whoa, let's pump the fucking brakes here. Jaron Ennis box rec. Are you telling me that Shushu Carrington and Jaron Boots Ennis are the same age and Jaron's already been a champion and a unified champion and defended it too? Holy shit, guys. Shushu Carrington and Jaron Boots Ennis are the same age. Enough said, guys. Enough said. That's it. Inoue Hall of Fame for sure, Carrier. Give it to him now, tomorrow, yesterday. That's a damn fact. Carrier says nobody ducking no damn Shushu. Shushu gotta update his resume, to say the least, bro. Because listen, guys, let's be honest here. Shushu doesn't even deserve a fight against the champion, if you ask me. Not right now. Elijah Pierce and Luis Neri are more deserving of fights against champions than Shushu Carrington is. Tell me I'm wrong, fellas. Tell me I'm wrong. And why? I'd love to hear. Maybe I am wrong. But Elijah Pierce and Luis Neri both deserve more a title fight, in my opinion, than Shushu Carrington does. I stand on that. You know? LB says, they ducking Shu, he's calling up. Stop it, LB. They don't want that fade. Come on, LB. You got to give me some sauce. Got to give me more than that. Why would they be ducking him? You got to be messing with me. You got to be messing with me. Yeah, he's probably trolling me. Let's see. Give me 1 second. What does this mean? I'm seeing some Arabic on the chat. I want to know, what does this mean? This guy wrote me. What the heck? Okay, there it is. 1 second. What does this mean? What about the start of the Damishe Dostan competition? What is that? I don't know what that is, buddy. And what is this comment right here? What did this mean? Give me a second. Oh, okay, salam. Salam to you, brother. Great to see you, bro. Good stuff. Ashar, excuse me, I want to say your name right. Mansoor Arshadi, welcome. God bless you, sir. Appreciate you. I don't know about that competition you told me. Can you expand on that, if you will? Oscar says 6 months before Shushu fought Sagawa, Shushu vacated his #1 spot to Nick Ball to pursue WBC. Oh, I didn't know that. this is what you and Ty and Doctor and you fellas get me, like those details about like what happens, how they move around, the organizations and all that. You guys are really on top of that. I didn't even know that. LB, what you got to say to that? LB says, exactly. That's my point. None of the champs want that smoke. Look, he's been around for a while. They don't want it. But LB, how come doesn't he have a fight against Michael Conlan or Ottavik Komatov? I mean, I can go on and on with the rankings, bro. Like you gotta answer me that, bro. Listen, you rock with Shushu Carrington. I respect the hell out of that. Okay, I want to be clear. I rocks with my people until the end of time, bro. People that know me know, for better or for worse, whatever happens. But I just am like that, bro. What can I say? Why don't you fight Brandon Figueroa? Shit, why don't you fight Joet Gonzalez, bro? Why don't you fight? Become someone's mandatory, bro. You have the. Why is he the interim champion? By the way, anybody got an answer to that? Oh, I'm sorry. Oscar just said he was Sagawa. Robey, hey LB, how do you feel about Shushu Carrington versus Robesi Ramirez? That's a dangerous fight, bro. LB says Nick Ball didn't want that fade. And Nick Ball also called out anyway, but yeah, he doesn't deserve like this anyway. Nick Ball been fighting TJ Doheny. He been fighting Sam Goodman. Something wrong with that picture. Sam Goodman ain't no chump, but he's coming up from 122. Like you have Mirko Cuello. Mirko Cuello is your my Argentinian brother sitting right there with the interim title of the WBA, Nick Ball. And you're going to fight Sam Goodman, who pulled out twice of fighting Naoya Inoue at 122. Sam Cutman, as they call him, because he gets cut in sparring all the time, apparently. I mean, that happens, obviously. I'm sorry about that. I agree, Oscar. Robesi cooks him. Robesi Ramirez, guys, if y'all must have forgot, bro. I'm going to go Roy Jones here. Y'all must have forgot, man. Robesi Ramirez beats the hell out of everyone not named Divino Espinosa. I stand on that. Robesi Ramirez, I think. Well, he may not beat Fulton. That's a tough one, but I'm sure that he beats Nick Ball, and I am fairly sure that he beats Angelo Leo. I think Angelo Leo is a dark horse, guys. I think he's a sleeper. He's not the most consistent guy, but he is dangerous and game as they come. His performance against Kameda wasn't all that great, but it's not always going to be great anyway. LB says Ramirez will get outworked. Listen, I respect the hell out of you, LB. You're one of those, bro. You're a ride or die dude, bro. You rock with your dude always. And listen, Shushu might end up shutting me up, bro. Well, he got to put up some work, man. You can't just jump into a title fight like willy-nilly. It don't work that way, bro. Beating Mateus Keita get you a title shot, really? All the respect to Mr. Keita, okay? But I'm not going, fellas. I'm not going. You have 16 fights and you're 28 years old. And Jerome Boutsenis has 35 fights. He has over twice your fights at 28 years old. Jerome Boutsenis was a champion and defended the belt and unified the belt. And you're sitting around with your dick in your hand. Excuse my language. But come on, Shushu, show me something, bro. Shut me up. Make me a believer. Have LB go in my case the whole live stream. Telling me, I told you so. I told you. I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so. You see? And I will be like, yes, sir. I do see. You know, like that song says, you know, I can see clearly now the rain is gone. If you want to get me to sing that song, you need to put in the work, Shushu. You know what, LB? I'll promise you this. I'll promise you this. If Shushu Carrington ends up doing what you believe that he will do, I will come in here and sing the song for you. I'll wait until you hop in the live, we say hi to each other, whatever the case may be, and I will sing the song for you. Okay? That's my word, okay? And this is recorded. He says, Shu will be champ soon. He may very well be. But the part of the problem, LB, you don't see a problem with, you know, Cool Boy Fulton is going to 130. I don't know if he's coming back to 126. and you're the interim of that belt. So does he get elevated? Should he fight? Let's see. Let me get back to the rankings, because there's a champion in recess by the name of Ray Vargas, right? So they should fight for the title. He will get elevated. Brandon Figueroa is sitting in. Brandon Figueroa is still number one. Well, he just beat Joe Gonzalez, quote unquote. But I mean, what do you think? What do you think? And who do you think is the most favorable matchup for Shushu character? And who do you think? Give me, LB. Let's do this. Give me the toughest matchup that you see for Shushu at 126, and give me the most favorable matchup you see for Shushu at 126. Let's do that. You can name me more than one dude if you want to. Obviously, I think the hardest is this guy, that guy, however you want. But I gotta know. I gotta know. Because that's your man's right there, obviously, or one of them. And I appreciate that. But who do you think can give the most trouble, and who do you think he's most favorable against? Okay, you want Vargas versus Shushu, and then whoever wins gets the belt. And this is all if Fulton, decides to vacate, decides to campaign at 130, obviously. Because if he comes back, obviously, it's like you said right there, it's Fulton versus Shushu. But who do you think is the toughest matchup for Shushu Carrington, and who do you think is the most favorable matchup? I think this is just me, right? I think the most favorable is Nick Ball, and I think the toughest one is Divino Espinosa. Maybe Fulton, but we'll see what happens with Fulton. Okay, but I think the toughest one might end up being Espinosa. What do you think? Let's see what else we got. Let's take a look at the news here. Do you have anything else on the? I don't even know. Oh, I was seeing the UFC news as well. Arman Sarukian says he's shocked by Islam Makhachev's impressive UFC 322 win. I wasn't shocked. I was shocked at how dominant he was, but I wasn't shocked. I know he's the goods. Dana White claims Francis Ngannou physically accosted him. Another UFC official says he's a bad guy. I've heard that from a few people. I don't know that that's true or not, obviously. But I've heard from a few people that Francis Ngannou ain't this unbelievable human being. But listen, they might just be haters. They may just have a personal issue with him, or whatever. I'm not gonna say that I agree or disagree because I do not know. Ian Machado Gary says I can't stand him, but he's a pretty good fighter. He says Mr. Simp himself says Islam Makhachev will fight me after UFC Qatar, not quote has been who has no knees. Kamaru. Listen, buddy, you got your ass whooped by Shavkat Rakhmonov, okay? I mean, that was a hell of a fight, but he beat you. So the right thing to do is do Bilal Muhammad versus Shavkat Rakhmonov. Whoever wins gets Islam. And Ilya Topuria got some work to do at lightweight, like my brother Oscar brilliantly articulated the other day. Or maybe with... No, I'm sorry, last night. Oscar says Shushu will become champ after Fulton moves up and he gets email. Another email champion. Man, we're going for the record here, aren't we? Email boxing era, bro. This is the email boxing era. God damn. That's fucked up. Lawrence Okolie has offered his services to Jake Paul ahead of his December clash with Anthony Joshua. It was confirmed Monday that the two-time world heavyweight champion Joshua will face YouTuber Paul, who's 12-1 with 7 KOs over 8 3-minute rounds at Miami's Casilla Center on December 19. That's in Miami. You know what? I want to ask Kendrick and Doctor if they're going to go to that fight. Probably they will say no. But I want to ask Kendrick and Doc. I don't know if anybody else lives in Miami. Any of you live in Miami? Any of you would go to that fight? And while many expect Joshua to walk, who's 28-4 with 25 KOs, good God, to walk through Paul inside a round, Okoli is not so sure. The ex-cruiserweight world champion has sparred countless rounds with AJ, who is his former manager and now wants to help Paul be competitive in the fight. Quote, I want to go and help Jake Paul and give him a chance, Okoli said Tuesday from his training base in Dubai. Quote, I want to go out there to Puerto Rico. The offer is there. Quote, I know I have a fight coming up, but I'll go out for a couple of weeks. I want to know what it is that's allowed Jake Paul to. I want to know what it is that's allowed Jake Paul to say to himself, I'm going to get in there with a 250-pound muscle man from England. This big guy, Olympic gold, former heavyweight, two-time heavyweight world champion of millions of in front of millions of fans on Netflix. Oh boy. I need to know. Maybe he's got a secret that I don't know, but I want to know before the fight. We'll see. I would accept the offer in a heartbeat if I'm Jake Paul. You need all the help you can get, Jake boy. You should trust and believe that. Oscar says, not saying Shushu is bad, but he's been on the downslope. That's for damn sure. I feel the move to 130 will be the smart move. Just feel Top Rank will keep him at 120. Hey, that's an interesting question. 130. Shushu Carrington, we got Navarrete and Sugar Nunez are about to unify. We got Lamar Roach, who's not fighting at that weight right now, right? He's fighting at 40 against Pitbull, right? So he's out of the picture for the moment. And who's the other one? Oh, Shaki. I'm sorry, Shaki Foster, yeah. Who's about to defend against Fulton. So, I mean, sure. Let's have him. What do you think of that, LB? Should he go to 130? What do you think of that, LB? He says Shu against Fulton would be his toughest fight. Yeah, I can believe that for sure. I can believe that. Do you think Shu should go to 30 like Oscar said? That's an interesting point. I mean, I guess if you believe that an Naoya Inoue fight is possible, probably the answer is no. He should probably stay at 126 because Naoya Inoue has said before that he has thought about moving to 126. Obviously, that's not the case anytime soon right now, but he has said it before. So, right, not yet. It's not a no. It's a not yet. Yeah, that's the best answer. Yeah, I rocks with that, LB, for sure. Yeah, I agree. What other news we got? Let's see. Jermaine Franklin on Moses Itama fight. Quote, I'll die for this. Not lying down for anybody. Come on, Jermaine. I mean, I love the attitude, but you're probably going to get put to the wood chipper here. Let's be honest. How does Sam Nogue beat Abdullah Mason, and what would it mean? The only way that he can remotely have a chance, let alone beat him, is if he turns this into a rock and sock and firefight, you know. And even then, he might get decapitated by Abdullah, but that's the only way. He ain't never in a million years gonna outbox Abdullah Mason. What else we got? I mean, obviously, everybody at Riot, everybody's there now. By there, I mean, obviously, Saudi, right? So, you know, you had the open workouts, you had all of that. So, oh, by the way, I'm going to be calling the Pro Box fight on Friday night. Obviously, I got to work, but once I get, I mean, I'm going to be watching at work. Obviously, I can't provide commentary when I'm working, but when I get home, I'm going to provide commentary, even if it's for the co-main and the main event only. But I will definitely be doing that. So I'm going to be calling the Pro Box card. I already paid for the Ring 4 card. I already paid for it. I paid for it this morning, so I'll make sure I don't miss it because I got to work Saturday. So I don't know that I will be able, because I don't know. I can't remember, like, what time would it be for us? You know, I don't know if I'm going to be working for the whole card or not. So I just paid for it. I'll make sure that I'll watch it if I can call it, you know. But listen, if I can provide commentary and then all the fights are over before, you know, I get home, I'll at the very least I'll throw in an open panel. to discuss the fights. You know that's coming because I am definitely watching. Yoda Wise crushed the legend in the house. God bless you, sir. Make sure you give this man a follow. Crush the legend. Yoda Wise Crush MOC. He goes weekdays 6 a.m. Eastern time. I think now it's 7 a.m. Crush, right? With the schedule change, with the daily savings or whatever it's called. I think it's 7 a.m. now, right? But it's great channel, great content, great wisdom, great boxing knowledge. You know, um, LB says no, Noakes might clip him. I mean, it might happen. I don't believe it will happen, but it might happen. I mean, Abdullah, what I've seen from Abdullah, bro, and he is the goods, bro. He's the real deal. I can't say enough great things. Even at the way he talks, the people that he surrounds himself with, like you can tell, like this kid is the real deal, bro. And I just feel like sometimes he gets easily drawn into a firefight. That's my only concern. It's not even a big one, but it is a concern. You know, it is a concern because Sam Noakes, not for nothing, he can crack, fellas. He can crack. So anything can happen in a boxing ring, but the skills differences, I feel, is going to end up being too much. You know, but I mean, we'll see. I'll definitely be watching. But anybody got any idea when they start? Because it's a weird ass. I know what time the Australia cards because I'm gonna be calling the Jail Petaya fight. You know that for damn sure. And obviously the Japan fights and the UK fights, but Saudi, I can't remember. Damn, this sucks. Um, we'll see. I gotta check into the zone. I'll check into the zone in a second. I'll get that. But like I said, if I cannot like call the fights live and provide commentary and I watch them all when I'm working, once I get home, oh boy, we're gonna have a festival here with an open panel. People can chime in, as I'm sure they will. Where do we go from here? Where this guy go from here, and all of that. Okay, so I'm announcing from now because on Friday I'm gonna be calling Pro Box. Saturday, I'm going to be either calling the fights and doing the open panel or just doing the open panel for the post fight reactions, right? At the very least. So we only got tomorrow left, you know? And Carrier, are you still there? Give me your. I don't think I got your official predict. I mean, maybe I did. Maybe I did over at V3, but refresh my mind. Refresh my mind. Who's your. I know LB, I know Oscar. Who's your and Jay Will if you're still there, and Crush, even Crush if you're there, sir. Give me your official predictions for Ring 4 card, um, if you will. Let me do mine first. I'll put it on the chat. Read this. Okay. Shit, I misspelled this. I'm sorry. There we go. Anybody here that wants to chime in the chat or whatever the case may be, let me know your official predictions. I know LB, I know Oscar. I don't think I've heard Jake Will. Maybe I did. I don't think so. Well, maybe I did. Uh, there it is. There are Irony Boxing's predictions for boxing. Oh, and the UFC is in Qatar. What time are they fighting? Let me check that out because I think I might actually be able to call that one. If it's in Qatar, it means that it should be like in the morning for us, right? Maybe I'm wrong. Let's see. Take a look here. and see what time UFC begins on Saturday. The UFC is pretty good on Saturday. Arman Sarukian versus Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker's been on a resurgence, and Arman Sarukian, bro, everybody knows that he gave Islam his toughest fight, probably up to date. People may think it's Poirier or Volkanovski won. Have at it. I think it's Arman Sarukian. Not a fan, but much respect. Oh, okay, never mind. Let's go to the UFC official site and let's see next event. I'll let you know right now because I know a lot of you are like me. You'll work with the UFC as well. So let me get you this one. Oh shit, the Coleman. I didn't. Man, I gotta follow MMA more, man. I didn't even realize Bilal. I'm calling for Bilal Muhammad and Shavkat Rakhmonov, and the winner to fight Islam. And here's Bilal Muhammad in the co-main event of Saturday versus Ian Machado Gary. What the heck? A couple of great fights here as well. Yeah, I recognize a lot of names. What time is this thing? Give me the UFC. There we go. Now we're talking. UFC.com. When is this going to start? 60 hours. Sarukian versus Hooker. 2 p.m. GMT. What time? Okay, give me a second. What time is that for us? For me, excuse me, for us. Who's us? What is... It's 4 hours behind the universal time. It's 4 hours offset. -4. Okay, so it's -4 hours. So if it begins at... Nah, it's... Man, I have no freaking idea. To your local, 12 a.m. Okay, give me a second. I'm just trying to figure out this thing. 2 p.m., right? 2 p.m. over in Qatar. It cannot be... No way this is true. Qatar time to Puerto Rico time. Okay, let me do this. Seven. Okay, Qatar is 7 hours ahead of Puerto Rico. So when ahead. Okay, so when it's 9:30 p.m. in Qatar, it's 2:30 p.m. in Puerto Rico. Okay, so it will be like early afternoon for us. Okay, yeah, I'm probably gonna miss that one, but we'll see though. We'll see. We'll definitely see. All right, fellas. Anybody got anything else? Otherwise, I am checking out. Let me know. We discussed several things, right? We discussed the Ring 4. We discussed Triple G. We discussed Shushu Carrington. We discussed what else we discussed? A bunch of things, right? Yeah, definitely had to go here. I'm going to give it a few minutes if anybody wants to say anything. If not, I will check out. Anybody let me know. You want me to put up the link? I'll put up the link. I pinned it, but just in case you're on your cell phone or something. There it is. If anybody wants to pull up, go ahead and pull up. Let me know what you think about Ring 4, what you think about whatever the case may be. We're going to talk about the UFC. We'll talk about WWE. We'll talk about obviously anything boxing. We can talk about BKFC as well, somewhat. I know Trout is about to fight Austin. No doubt Trout is about to fight, fellas. How about that? Austin, no doubt Trout is about to fight Luis Palomino in a rematch in bare knuckle fighting. How about Austin, no doubt Trout, bro? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What a career, man. Still going at it. Amazing. Amazing. Let's give it up for Austin, no doubt Trout, fellas. Seriously. I think he's a champion. Isn't he a champion over in I know he won the welterweight champ or middleweight, I can't remember. Championship, but yeah, December 5th, fellas. There it is. Let me put it in the chat. BKFC 85, fellas. December 5th. How about that, huh? I don't know if y'all rock with BKFC. I do sometimes, you know. I kind of like it. It is brutal as hell, though. But rankings, cruise through. Okay, there we go. Where's my guy? BKFC. David Mondale is the pound for pound champion in BKFC. I love me some Dave Mondale. And right beneath him is Austin, no doubt, Trout, fellas. How about this guy, huh? How about that guy? Who's the seriously? Julian Lane is the champion? I mean, whatever. But worse, I mean, I don't know. Maybe not, it's not updated. I don't know. But yeah, anybody got anything else? Put it on the chat, pull up on the panel, whatever you want. We can talk. If not, we'll see y'all tomorrow. I'll surely go live tomorrow. I don't see myself not going live tomorrow. You know. Yeah, let's give it a few minutes. Let me see if I can show you guys. Oh yeah, let me show you Triple G knockout of Matthew Macklin. That's a thing of beauty, guys. Horrible body shot, guys. Horrible. Take a look at. Oh, by the way, yeah, there's the disclaimer. No copyright infringement intended. You know, I'm not monetized. This is educational purposes only. Watch this, guys. Share screen. This is one of the most brutal body shot knockouts I've ever seen. It's right up there with Roy Jones Jr. versus Virgil Hill, and I'm forgetting a bunch, but yeah. Jermell Charlo and Jason Rosario was another brutal one. Take a look at this. I want to see this shit in real time, bro. Holy shit. Just hear the thought on that blow, bro. On that left hook to the liver. And see how he sets it up with the two uppercuts, right? Watch that. Back it in and lay down. I love you don't have to like that, right? Look at that face, bro. Tell me that dude ain't a legend, bro. You gonna tell me that dude ain't a legend with a straight face? Seriously, man, get lost. No, I mean you can think that, but if that dude ain't a legend, in your legend basket there's like 3 dudes. But yeah, I'll give it a few more minutes to see if anybody got something. As is a rule, whoever we put on the screen, we gotta show you something. So there you'll have it. All right, fellas. Doesn't seem like anybody got anything else, so let's end it as we have a custom to end, which is with the Lord's Prayer. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen. In the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Thank you, God, for everything. Special thank you to my brother Lottery Burton Show 420 for pulling up. God bless you. That's my guy right there. Special thank you to my brother Yoda Wise Crush MOC. I'm telling you guys to look him up. Great channel, great wisdom, great advice, great boxing knowledge, great everything. Okay. He also knows a lot about music. You know, the other day he did something great. He was like giving you like he wanted to make like analogy with boxers and music. Like who does this guy or like a song or something. Very interesting. I'll see if I can piggyback on that. Special thank you to my brother Oscar Perez, El Carnal from Mexico. Okay, you know, God bless you. You're my brother. Always great to have you. Special thank you to my brother, the aircraft carrier, always with some great stuff. Always welcome. Needless to say, I see you on B3 all the time, and I see you here all the time as well. Appreciate it. Special thank you to Mr. Mansour Arshadi. First time here. I hope it's not the last. Okay. Um, let's see. Let's see. What else we got? What else we got? Special thank you to my brother J Will 38. That's my guy right there. God bless you, sir. Bounce, bounce. Let's go all the way up here. All right. Yep. There we go. I appreciate all of you gentlemen, brothers, for pulling up. God bless you all. I hope you all have a great rest of your week as we prepare to have a feast of fights this coming weekend. Okay. We have a great boxing card. On Saturday, we have a pro box card on Friday. And we also have, by the way, there's another fight in the UK. I think Harley Mubarak is fighting. And we also have the UFC in Qatar. Armin Sarukian versus Dan Hooker. We also have Bilal Muhammad versus Ian Gary. Two fights that should be very good. All right. All right, fellas. This was your boy Irony Boxing. We shall see you soon. Peace.